thought I was on time, but I'm not. I'm 3 minutes late for the Katie's Arms. So I apologise, my fault entirely. Welcome one, welcome all if you're here to join us for the Katie's Arms with me, Katie Hopkins. I hope you're all doing very well. We begin. For newcomers, if you're wondering, this is the Katie's Arms. It's your pub online. And the idea is that you take half an hour off from the madness that you're surrounded by in your life and the morons in your midst and the idiots that surround you in your workplace and on the pavements and that pretend to run the country, and you have a little bit of a laugh. Hello, my lovelies. Either with me or at me, both those things are totally fine. And we say, as a sort of family unit, doesn't matter if you're old, young, in between, sturdy, lesbian, or anything else. The only real rule here is, well, there's no rules. The real rule is that if you're not laughing or you're not enjoying it, if you wouldn't mind just buggering off, that would be terrific. My mum will probably be here at this stage. Hello, Western Australia. Kansas is here. Hello. Hi to all of us who like me. Oh, bless you. My mum will be here just to check. So she likes to join just for 2 minutes, just to check that I'm not looking too haggard or to check that I'm looking okay. Check that I'm, keeping not under the weather. So now mum's done that. So now mum can go because mum and dad don't like the language. They don't like the language. So good. Okay. Exeter is here. We'd only laugh with me, not at me. You're very kind. But there's no requirement for that. Well, I spend a lot of time laughing at myself. And in fact, one of the reasons I was slightly late this evening is because of these. Hold on, I will show you. Hold on. I'm trying not to flash my mighty flange at the same time. Right, those. Do you see? What I'm trying to show you there is a ballot pump. And hold on, let's have a little drink. It helps if you're... Oh, Vegas is here. Come on. Yes, I have a ballet pump. And the problem with me in a ballet pump is I then immediately decide that I am a ballerina. Actually, back at school, I was shit at being a ballerina. And my actual ballet teacher told my mum that I might as well quit because one of my legs is wonky, which doesn't surprise anyone because all sorts of bits of me are wonky, as you know. But actually, truthfully, what leg was it? I don't know. One of my legs, whatever, turns the wrong way. I mean, not like totally back to front, but like it's squiff when it's supposed to point. Whatever, I don't care. But the ballet teacher basically told my mum there was no point me being a ballerina because I was shit, which is no surprise. But what it means now is that with a ballet shoe on, I feel the need to, plie around the place or do positions that I don't know what they are or skip, do a sort of balletic hop. And I've got to turn this blasted heater off. Hold on. Christ, I'm sweating. So at breakfast the other day, I had these ballet pumps on and I did a balletic hop across the breakfast room. And Mark was like, what are you doing? I just can't help it. Put on a pair of ballet shoes and I'm immediately something out of Swan Lake. So many things to talk about, so many things to tell you. Someone else wants a wine. Yeah, get one. Go on, have a little glass of wine. Take the edge off. I've made lists upon lists upon lists of things for us to talk about. Can I start by talking about Belfield? Alex Belfield. I just stepped on the thing. Sorry about that. So some people ask me about Alex, and I'll do a quick précis. Alex Belfield, who ran Voice of Reason, he was the first person to invite me onto a stage to do stand-up, or at least my version of stand-up. And it was the biggest night in Blackpool ever. It was the quickest selling night, and we had a riot. And after that, we did several more shows. All of them were sold out. And Alex has always been, I will always credit Alex Belfield with being the guy that got me started on getting my voice back properly in this country. That. Then Alex went to prison because he's supposed to be a stalker. So he went to prison for 2.5 years for stalking, and he has another 2.5 to serve, but he's allowed to serve those at home, but he's not allowed to do many things, including talk, be on the internet, do his shows, or anything else. So I have stayed in touch with Alex, obviously, all the way through. Anyone else noticed that the comments aren't working again? That's the second time. Totally blame Instagram for that. Alex and I have always stayed in touch and always I've always visited Alex in all of his prisons, and I've always been writing to him or encouraging other people to. I'm just trying to see if I can try and get these comments to work again. So I apologise if it's taking a while. Anyway, I saw Alex the other day. He came out on the road to see us when we were up checking out some new venues. He is doing super well. I would say he's doing better than ever, actually. I would say I think he's totally won over not just the system, but over everything. He is not on social media now and doesn't really miss it. He's enjoying regular life and time and values small things, helping his parents out, being with his dog, hanging out with friends, going for meals, making his house nice. And I think therefore he's probably way in advance of many of us who spend too much time on social media, actually, and I'm a right one to talk for that, aren't I? And he seems genuinely very happy. And I would say that prison, if anything, has completely set Alex free from all the things that he used to have to do, his content uploads, all of that. He's now just living a great life. So I say cheers to Alex Belfield for, I would say, beating the system. It is incredibly crazy to me that you've got a guy there who was just helping cheer people up on a daily basis, and he's not allowed to do that anymore. I mean, it's bonkers. I also have an address you can use if you want to write to Alex, because I know a number of you were asking me if there was a way to get in touch with him, and I did print that out. So one moment while I have a small drinky pinky, and then I will show you. If you would like to be in touch with Alex Belfield, I've printed out his PO box, because he has a PO box. Now, and I don't know, I think this will be backwards for you, so I'm going to read it to you. You can send your messages or a letter, or you can write to Alex, or you can write and ask him things, or whatever you want to do. So it's a PO box. So if you get a pen, I will tell you the PO box. And it's very typically Alex, quite honestly. How he still has a sense of humour at this point is anyone's guess. So his PO box is Stalk Alex. Right. Stalk, S-T-A-L-K, yeah, like Stalk Alex. It's PO box, I would say 11,460, so 11460. PO box 11460, NG1, so NG1, 9RL, 9 Romeo Lima. Or as thick people on phone calls would say, 9 roses lemons. NG1 9RL. So that's how you can get a message to Alex Belfield if you'd like to. I mean, it's remarkable to me that he's managed to get through this in one piece. I cannot wait for him to be the other side of it. But for now, why not just send him a jolly Christmas card or something? And that will help cheer him along as he waits to be allowed to speak again, or open his mouth again, or be online again, or wherever else he's not allowed to do, which is many, many things. The second thing, prison related, there's a theme, is Joey Barton. And I'm really not asking, and I cannot see anything you guys are typing, which is very frustrating, honestly. I'm gonna try and accept requests. I'm just gonna try and do that to see if this will shift this blooming feed. Let's see if that's fixed it. I don't know if it will have done or not, but I'm trying my best. So that was Alex Belfield's address. Stalk Alex, PO Box 11460 NG1 9RL if you want him. Okay. Secondly, Joey Barton. Again, I'm not asking really whether you agree or disagree with someone or think they're okay or not or don't like them or whatever. I'm just letting you know, Joey Barton. So he goes to, hello, my love, we're back. I don't know how to overcome. Instagram has been doing crazy things of late with its algorithm, with all sorts of things. Basically, I think it's shite, but doesn't really matter. If that happens again, I'm going to go again and come back because F them. So on 8th of December, Joey Barton has to turn up for sentencing. Now, you will know he was sentenced for tweets that other people found offensive. Like one of them was something to do, and I don't want to misquote, but a black football commentator, and he said she was just there to fill quotas. That's what he said. So he's going to be sentenced for that tweet. There was also the whole Jeremy Vine thing, calling Jeremy Vine allegedly a bite nonce, and that was supposed to have been very distressing. Whatever. It was about a series of tweets, and that went to court for God knows what reason, because it's bloody words, and now he has to go on the 8th and be sentenced, which frankly I think is a load of old shite. Obviously I'm in contact with Joey Barton and wishing him well. I wanted to say something about Rupert Lowe. So Rupert Lowe has started his political party. It is still in my hospital bed. Hello, in the hospital bed. Where's the wine? The wine's here. Always. So Rupert has his party now. I think it's Great Yarmouth First, isn't it? I'm just looking. And there was a poll on Great Yarmouth and how he would do, and he would get 44% of the vote, which is absolutely huge. Like that's a vast number. We were trying to get Roops to the last Great Yarmouth show we did for Batshit Bonkers, but he was already busy. Oh, it's his wife's birthday, that was it. He said he would be divorced. So he has said he will be with us on the end of the pier. So it's Britannia Pier in Great Yarmouth on the 6th of June. Now, he might be frightfully too busy now that he's got his political party, and he's probably going to be doing so many things. But regardless, I'm letting you know I am going to be in Great Yarmouth. Yes, I am sort of blowing that chicken. But anyway, Great Yarmouth on the 6th of June. And hopefully we'll be able to get Rupert there. Last year, I told him I wanted him there just for him to get a round of applause from the crowd, because he'd been put through frickin' hell and back by the wankers at Reform. I'm not being anti-Reform. It's great. Nigel can be PM. That's fantastic. But honestly, what Reform did to Rupert Lowe was completely shitty. Like, they completely shat on his head. They had his weapons taken from his home. They talked about his dog and his dog dying and all that. Just completely shitty behaviour. And that was not acceptable. And I love that Rupert's doing so brilliantly. So well done, Rupert Lowe. Love it. Can you imagine? Again, I'm pro-reform, directionally reformer where we need to go. But I do rather love that someone will have been promised the Reform Great Yarmouth seat. And they'll have been like, yes, I've got Great Yarmouth. I'm in, yes. And then Rupert Lowe went, yeah, by the way, I'm getting a party now. So that Reform candidate won't get in. So I say last laugh goes to Rupert, and I'm very happy for him as well. Total support for Rupert. I know, isn't he marvellous? He's great. I know we all have to sort of get along and say the right things about Reform and all of that, but I think it would have been marvellous if he was still in Reform. I think he would have made the best leader of Reform, actually, and I think he would make a great Prime Minister, and I very much love his attitude where he couldn't give a single shit now what he says because he thinks it needs saying. Well, brilliant. Guy after my own heart. Welcome from North Devon. My old haunt. I am actually trying to get the Queen's Theatre in Barnstable to have me. I know. So I used to go to college, the comp in Barnstable, North Devon College. I don't know what that's about. What's that about? And I would really like to go and perform at the Queen's Theatre there. I don't know if they'll have us. But these theatres are having us. Can I say something nice about Love from Gibraltar? Wouldn't it be good? to go to Gibraltar and do a show. And also Benidorm. Christ, if you know someone in Benidorm that can book me, I'd love to get to Benidorm. What was I going to say? Yes, I need to say something about Lovely Mark. So, Lovely Mark has actually been brilliant this week. I mean, he's usually quite brilliant and everybody thinks he's lovely. Everybody calls him Lovely Mark. Oh, Lovely Mark, Lovely Mark, la, la, la. This week he's been next level epic. Now, I am not going to go into the detail because come to Ibiza, come on. I don't know what that was either. That's me clubbing. Do you know, I was looking at clothing for the next year's tour. So I was like, right, stage outfits for next year. And I ended up on this Ibiza party site where they make all-in-one, like, bodysuit with legs and things, but super sparkly for obviously, like, club dancers at Ibiza. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to wear. The reality of me versus what's in my head as being appropriate are very, very different things. That's what I noticed. So lovely. Yes, we aren't giving them the detail because obviously we're bigger people. But can I just say, with an air of someone who is dying to tell you what she really thinks, but it is in fact going to be a grown-up, is that we have Stamford dates. And you will know, or you might not know, but if you know Stamford, we go to Stamford Corn Exchange every year. We sell the place out. We take over pretty much Stamford town centre. The pubs are all us. The bars and restaurants are us, or people who are having a laugh. There's beautiful ladies that come along in groups. There's groups of lads. It's a brilliant, brilliant time. And Stamford is really fun. It's also quite posh. Yeah, it's quite posh, but it's also quite fun. And we have just been given our Thursday and Saturday dates. So all I'll say is thank you to my husband, Lovely Mark, who, oh gosh. Thank you to my husband, Lovely Mark, because he came riding on in like a little knight on a charger and stood up for our audience and got us our dates. So that's awesome. And you know how I am. Is that I really love my audience and I really want the best for them, and I really don't like anybody messing them around. So safe to say, Lovely Mark came in and we have our Thursday and our Saturday on sale now. The Friday sold out in 12 hours. So I just wanted to say that's going to be an extraordinary series of events because it's about Lovely Mark standing up and fighting for our good crowd to just have a night off from all of this difficulty. Oh dear. Let me talk about shower cleaning. Can I just say, I just need to have a little moment which will take me away from being a complete softie. Isn't it strange how you can have all the adult children at home that you can have, and they can have lived their own lives, they can be running, successful jobs, they can be mechanics, they can be farmers, they can be nurses, they can be really useful kids that can catch public transport, that saved up to buy their own cars, bought their own insurance. I don't give them anything. Really good, solid kids. But when it comes to unclogging a drain, guess which twat is on their knees with the pipe cleaner brush thing. Yeah, me. Yeah. So what happens is they do this kind of casual thing. They go, I've just got to buy some, Mum, I've just got to buy some drain cleaner because our bath isn't draining. I've got to buy some drain cleaner. And I know, and you know, and every woman knows, right, that drain in their bath is never getting cleared by any drain cleaner. I mean, fucking hell. It's not going to get bloody cleaned out by a fucking hand grenade, honestly. And I've thrown some hand grenades in my time, and I don't just mean metaphorically. I've thrown literal grenades. It's an excellent, excellent feeling. Take that, you twat. I could throw some grenades. This is not a threat of violence. It's an amusing anecdote, but I could definitely use some serious hardware as I go about the place these days. But that is not a threat. It's comedy. But the bathroom with the children. Oh yeah, I'm just going to buy some drain cleaner. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah, stick some fucking liquid down there after you've put 55 tons of your own hair down there. Yeah, a little bit of liquid will clear that. Oh yes, yeah, just pour it down. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Also, they do this. I do it. But they put conditioner on. You will know this. Other ladies will know. Yes, usually the long hair in the plug hole. Exactly when was the last time I shot a rifle? Oh, not long ago. Every time I go to America, without fail, I go to the range or someone's home that shoots and practice. Yeah, we probably don't need to dwell on that here. But rest assured, my skills are excellent with all sorts of things. They do this, don't they? They put their conditioner on and then they do this, right? I've got such little hair, it doesn't count. But they've got they've got huge, because young people with their freaking perfect skin, bouncy skin, fucking hate that. Oh yeah, I've got so much collagen, it's dripping out my eyeballs. Yeah, because I'm still young, yeah. Mind you, I'm still there with my freaking phone and it goes face not recognised. You know when you do that, like that, and it goes face not recognised. Fuck off. Anyway, they do this, don't they, with their conditioner. And then the hair, you'll know this, is it here? And they do this, like this, and they get it off and then they just flink it down the plug. Yeah, you know it. Other mums know it. Yeah. Golly, so many things we've still got to say. We're running out of time. Eurovision, did you see? I was being Brian earlier from Australia, who thinks Israel shouldn't be there. But so Ireland and the Netherlands and Slovenia and Spain are going to boycott Eurovision because Israel's allowed to sing. I mean, how big a wanker do you have to be to boycott a singing competition because you disagree with something? And how big of a twat do you have to be to say, oh yeah, we're boycotting if Israel can sing? Just because Israeli contestants tend to be super hot and can sing. Is that what they do? They just don't want the public to vote Israel, is that it? So now we haven't got Ireland. Well, fuck off. What did Ireland send last time? Some satanic hobbit half-witch with no teeth, black hair and fangs. Yeah, okay, Ireland, I think we're all right without you, to be honest. Yeah, you didn't really, cheer up our TV screens anyway. Not that anyone really cares about Eurovision, but don't you just love the way that all the big Eurovision guys are now shut their gobs? Scott Mills, Rylan. Sorry. Oh no, sorry, what is that? Oh yeah, it's deafening silence. Sorry, did you have an opinion? Rylan, Scott Mills, Graham Norton, did you have an opinion? Oh no, you haven't got an opinion because you don't want to lose your job on the BBC and so you've gone very quiet. Okay, fine, leave it to us. We'll have views. You're too cowardly to have them. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, yes, I wanted to tell you. Well, I was going to have a bitch off. Which is not very kind. But there is a funny story attached. I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Most people don't know that I was in I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. I wasn't supposed to be. I was an add-on right at the very end. But I came out of The Apprentice and I was so bloody well known, I'm a Celebrity decided they wanted me on there. So they chucked me in at the last minute and someone dropped out, so I got put in, right? Well, bloody Vogue Williams, I'm uncertain who Vogue Williams is. I believe I've met her and she's frightfully good looking. Like she's super, super tall, and really, really pretty. But she said she had a bit of a mental breakdown in the jungle because it was so stressful. I really don't understand that. It's not fucking stressful. It's knackering because you do not get fed. You don't really sleep much and it's boring as shit. But it's not stressful. You don't need to have a mental breakdown about it. Fucking hell, there's harder things in life than sitting in a fucking pretend jungle. It's not even a jungle. It's just a set. You can smell the McDonald's of the crew coming from the pretend mountain. That's the worst thing, is you're sat there around the fucking pretend fire. No, it is a fire. but you can smell the burgers from the crew sitting in their pretend rock filming you. And you're like that, oh, I could kill for a Big Mac. But for Vogue to be like, yeah, I had a mental breakdown, and you're only there 5 minutes, you silly twat. Just chill your boots. The story I've never told before, we've got 2 minutes, is that actually I hid and lied about, or didn't disclose, my seizures. And at that point, my seizures, and I'd always hid them, you know, I hid them for 40 years of my life, which is not easy to do when you're an epileptic with seizures. So I was having nighttime seizures. I didn't tell the apprentice, and I didn't tell I'm a celebrity. And I went in the jungle. I've gone back to Brian from Eurovision. See earlier video today. And when I was in my little camp bed, I purposefully picked one of the camp beds that was up as a 2. And I was having seizures at night time. And I was supposed to have been voted out. I'm sure I was, because I did fuck all because no one fed me. And if you don't feed me, I can't function. Like, seriously, I get well hangry. So I was just like, wah. And also I've been quite quiet because, well, whatever. It's the jungle, there was fuck all to do. But at night time, I was having proper spaz seizures. And it turned out they'd sent these guys in to watch me as I slept, because there was this whole, I was being filmed. And then they told me when I came out that they were going to get rid of me anyway because of my fits. And none of them knew what it was, but I knew, but I hadn't told them. So actually, I would have left the jungle anyway. Maybe I'm the first epileptic to have seizures in the jungle and to have been on the list to be kicked out because they didn't like the look of them at night. I'm sure they didn't. I've never told that story before. Funny what happens in a life, isn't it? It is now 8:30. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And I should end by actually saying there's an important thing I haven't talked about tonight, but I didn't feel it was quite correct to. So if you're watching this, Becky Armstrong, please know that I will cover what you sent in for me to talk about more sensibly another time. But I want to accord your message the respect that it deserves, if I may, and love to your family. But I will end just by saying thank you. You guys know that I'm so grateful. I'm grateful every day to still be here. Like, how did that happen? I'm grateful to still be here at this time when I know that we're starting to win. It doesn't feel like it, I know, but I do know because it's been a long time. And I'm so grateful to everyone who takes the time just to say hi, or oh, good to see you, Katie, or keep going, or whatever. All of you. And sometimes you say, oh, it must get really annoying. You know, it must get really annoying. And I'm just like, no, never, never. Like, if you get annoyed by people saying, oh, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, well done, you know, you've got to be some mega level arsehole. I don't get annoyed at all. I think it's a real privilege. So thanks very much for all you do. Thanks for sticking with us with Stamford. I hope that you can get a ticket. I believe we're going to keep selling dates as far as we can backwards until everybody that wants to come comes. And just really thanks. Thanks for giving me back this life in this country of mine at this time. And please do know that I really do see really good days ahead because we are starting to win. And I really do. Just keep, if you think it's too much or you can't, you just hang on in there. Because all you have to do at some point is just lie down and breathe in and out and wait for tomorrow. And all of us lot somewhere there on the front lines will still be there and it will get better. I promise you there are better days ahead. This too shall pass. And if you want to come and join your family on the road, please do have a little look at katiesarms.com. If you put your email there and just click the subscribe button, we'll never sell you anything. We'll never share your data. We'll never try and flog you anything or push anything on you. But if you want to stay in touch there, that's probably how we'll be able to communicate going forwards when social media turns into more of a bag of an old shitbag thing than it is already. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for all the kindness. And I'll see you very soon somewhere on the road.